Yo, welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We are back in the house. We are doing a recap of training camp days 9 and 10, okay? We're going to go over Saturdays and Sundays practices. And I'll be honest with you, things are looking up. All right, so wanted to switch it up a little bit, put the intro in a little bit in the middle. All right, but we're not in the middle, but like, you know, do a little intro and then do an intro, drop an intro. But yeah, I've done that in the past, so that's a little bit of a flashback to the past when I used to do that. But practice, honestly, on Saturday, it was better than it was Friday and on Wednesday, all right, when I came out with the videos that, you know, hey, Tua got to step it up, basically. Like, I ain't like what I was seeing. He got to step it up because we need a consistent Tua to go anywhere. So on Saturday, wasn't spectacular, but he had a really nice pass to, I want to say it was either Cedric or he had a real nice pass to one of those guys and they took off for 60. I want to say it was Sherfield, actually, possibly. Not 100% sure on that, but he took off for 60. It was on the far field. All right, it was a nice pass. Actually, sorry, it was Waddle. It was a nice pass. Sherfield was today on Sunday. Nice pass to Waddle. Hit him. Waddle was gone, okay? Took off, touchdown, nice pass there. He was playing pretty decent. Still had some off passes, but he was playing pretty decent. Running game, there were a few good runs on Saturday. There were some things that you would like to see. And then also, of course, the defense did their thing in stopping the run, all right? It's just been a back and forth. Offense will have some explosive runs, and then the defense will stop a majority of the runs until those explosive runs. That's what you saw a lot of. On Saturday, it was a lot of sacks. There was a lot of sacks. They were sacking left and right. Defense was bringing a blitz. They were getting home. Melvin Ingram, guys, he's been a problem, okay, and a good problem at that. The man's been playing hard. He's been beasting. Great pickup. I hope it translates to the regular season. I'm assuming it will. Maybe he got himself a Pro Bowl year on limited snaps. You just never know. You never know. With him, Agba, and Phillips, who is beasting as well, we might see 20, 25, 30 sacks. It's very possible we might see that accumulated between those three. And if you want to add in Van Ginkel, you might have another 5 or so, maybe 35 sacks for just those 4 guys. You love to see it. That's what we want. Let's talk about our man X real quick. X, what do we have to do to get X to be recognized the way he deserves to be recognized? What do we have to do at this point? The man had 10 interceptions. That wasn't enough. He's had 5 interceptions every year since possibly his rookie season. That's not enough. He has a lot of interceptions. The most over the last 5 years, that hasn't been enough. He played Tyreek Hill well when he was in Kansas City, got that one-handed interception off of him, got him a little bit of recognition, but nothing has been enough. He's at 89 in Madden. He's right at 10, tied for 10 with another cornerback as the 10th best cornerbacks in Madden, all right? Now, Madden is just a video game. I get it. I play a lot of Madden. No respect. No respect. Just complete disrespect of X at this point. And he's showing why in training camp, why he's the best in the league, or one of, or top 3, and he ain't 3 in the league. I will put Ramsey in front of him, and then I would have X next, okay? Then you can put whoever you want. Some people would say the guy from the Saints. Some people would say the guy from the Steelers, whoever you want to put. All right, whoever you want to put there, you can put there. But to me, it's definitely X at number 2. And he's showing why. The man's been locking down Tyreek Hill. Now, I'm not going to say Tyreek Hill hasn't had anything on X, any catches, because he's had some, and he's blown by X on a few occasions where the ball was just underthrown and he was able to get back into the play because the ball placement just wasn't there on a deep pass. But X has been pretty much locking him up, and Tyreek Hill has something to say about that. All right, they asked Tyreek Hill if he was ready to go to Tampa, and he was like, yes, I'm ready to go to Tampa and have those practices because X been locking me up. All right, so X is that dude. He's that dude. I can't wait to see what he does in the season against all these other guys, namely Stephon Diggs, who is a beast. And we're going to need X to play well against Stephon because that's the dude that will kill us in that game, all right? Well, honestly, they have a whole bunch of weapons that'll kill us because Davis is a problem in his own right, number 13. So we're going to have some problems with Buffalo, but we'll talk about Buffalo at another time. They're good. They're just a good team, and I think I have a blueprint to how we can beat them, but that video is not going to be dropping just yet because I got to see what we could do before I'm confident in putting out a video like that. All right, because I want to know we can do that, do what I feel like the blueprint is to possibly beat them. And I haven't seen that yet because there have not been any preseason games, and I don't know what it's going to look like for the season. But anyway, let's move on. Defense has been playing well as a whole for the most part. They're not letting up too much. They're still letting up some big plays, but you can tell like they're just gelling. They're in midseason form. They have hit their stride. They're doing what they need to do. They look good. Now, is it because our offense just stinks? We're not going to know until preseason. Maybe we'll get a little glimpse against Tampa in practices, but we're not going to know until preseason kicks on and we get through some of these games and we see how the first-team offense is rolling out, if indeed first-team offenses roll out in those games, and we see how our first-team defense is responding to those teams. If it looks good, then we'll know, okay, maybe our offense has a chance. If it looks bad with our defense, then we'll know, okay, this offense, okay? So it's going to give us a little bit of a tell. We'll just see what happens there, but they look good in practice so far. They're getting to the quarterback, in a sense, pretty much, but they're not sacking them, of course. They can't touch the quarterback, but they're getting to the quarterback. They're blitzing well. They're covering everything but the middle of the field, which we'll talk about the offense in a second. And they're stopping the run. That's what you want to see. Let's talk about the offense for the Miami Dolphins on Saturday. They're getting guys open across the middle of the field. Now, I know it has to do with scheming. McDaniel has found a way to get guys wide open, something that the Dolphins couldn't do last few years under Flores. We couldn't scheme guys to be wide open. He's found a way to do that. He's scheming guys. Now, I'm not saying that the Dolphins never had guys running wide open. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it wasn't consistent. This is consistent. They are consistently, on a daily basis, having some people come wide open across. Now, are we able to hit them? Sometimes no, because, for example, Tua been selling passes high. All right, so he missed Waddle on a couple. He missed Tyreek on a couple, selling them high across the middle, which you can't have because when you sell them high, if the wide receiver misses it completely, it could be a pick because guess who's in the middle of the field? A safety. All right, so I hope he works on that and gets that better. But offense has been able to scheme. That's great. Running game still didn't look that good on Saturday, but although it was a little bit better. And Sanders finally had a showing. We finally got to hear about Sanders, our kicker. He hit 5 of 6 of his kicks or something like that, which is really good. 4 or 5 of his kicks, which was really good. Let's talk about Tua. Tua, Teddy, and our boy, man, Skylar Thompson had some dimes on Saturday. Woo, he was throwing the rock on Saturday. including a beautiful crossbody, all right, crossbody 40-yard dart to Ezukama. Beautiful pass. And Ezukama is beasting in his own right. Now, that bucket throw, okay, where they were throwing, where it wasn't into a bucket, it was into a net, but I call it a bucket throw, 50-yard bucket throw. Beautiful stuff from all three of those guys. Now, Tua's did look the best. Let's just be honest. Tua's looked the best. He had the prettiest spiral, had the beautiful arc, right into the bucket, nothing but net. All three of those guys did great. You love to see that because those are 50-yard accuracy drills. And for you to hit those on the money, now, I mean, let's not act like the bucket wasn't wide enough to hit. All right, but you're 50 yards out. It's a little harder to hit from 50, okay? Because you got to put that ball, it's got to go on the money. So I'm going to give them credit because I know I couldn't have done it for sure, and they're in the NFL for a reason. Beautiful. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right. Let's talk about Saturday. Saturday proves that the offense and Tua will be just fine if we can get this Tua during the season. If we get Saturday's Tua, I prefer Tuesday's Tua, but if we get Saturday's Tua during the season on a consistent basis, we're going to the playoffs. There, I said it. We're going to the playoffs. If we get that Tua on a consistent basis, the Tua that is hitting guys in stride, on the money, deep, we're going to the playoffs. Now, I get it. Some people are saying, well, we can't run the football to save our lives right now. We're still able to run some plays, okay? We're able to run sometimes. It's not that we've been just getting shut down and we haven't been able to break any. It only takes one or two to break a game. And for example, you get a bunch of threes, a bunch of twos and negatives. Then you look, fourth quarter's about to start. You got 15 carries for 48 yards. Then one of them jokers takes one for 70. Then another one takes one for 30. Now you got 148 yards rushing. Just like that, it looks good. Okay? It looks good. The run game looks great. Now it's all of a sudden you have a prolific run game because you have 48 yards out of over 3. Then you had a 70. Then you had a 30. And now you got 148 on 16 carries. Looks great. It looks great. That's what you want. All right? And I'm just throwing stuff out, but it doesn't take having 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8. It doesn't take that. It's the scheme working to hit home runs. All right? That's what the scheme does. It gets you home runs on occasion. That's what Breida did when he was with them, and that's why we ended up getting Breida in the first place because Breida had came from San Francisco and he looked great. We got Breida for that reason. It didn't work out for us, but hey, you know, we got him for that reason. Moster's here because of that. They believe Edmonds can hit a home run. They also believe Sony Michel could get you good yardage after contact. They believe Gaskin could possibly and Ahmed could possibly hit home runs. And now we know Gaskin has, you know, the potential to go 60. We saw him do that before. All they need is a little crease. One mistake on defense, they're out of there, 60, 70 yards, and then there goes your yardage totals, okay? It just bumps everything up, and now you have 200 yards rushing on the day. Just like that. That's what this offense is about. It's not about every play you're going to get 7 yards, okay, running the football. That's not going to happen. You're going to get your 2s, your 3s, your 1s, your 2s, your 4s, your 5s, your 6s, and then you're going to break one for 50 yards or 2. And that's how you're going to get your yardage, okay? I just want to make sure I let y'all know that because just because you're seeing what you're seeing right now doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to be able to run the football because all it takes is 1 or 2. And some of those that they're saying they were tackled after being 15 yards down the field, we'll find out come real game time because some of those are going to be missed tackles or break tackles and it's going to go for a touchdown. Not all of those are going to be tackles. For example, today in practice, Tua threw a beautiful, on a rollout right, beautiful pass to Cedric Wilson. Cedric got popped by Javon Holland right at the goal line, and they said he was down at the 1. Well, if Holland had popped him and Cedric spun around the way he did naturally, it's a touchdown. 6 points, okay? Just because somebody gets popped doesn't necessarily mean they were tackled at the 1 yard line. All right? Now, just because those things happen doesn't necessarily mean, that they're going to be stopped, but it also doesn't necessarily mean that they got in either. I understand that, all right? So, because I know some people are going to say, well, you could play that the other way. I get it, all right? I get it. Maybe it was a tackle, and maybe it was a stop, but in certain cases, it's not necessarily a stop because you're going to break tackles as well on the offense, and that's all I wanted to say there. Let's talk about Tua real quick. This was his best day, as I mentioned earlier, throwing the football deep. Even when I was there on Tuesday, he wasn't hitting them deep. Well, they didn't even have one-on-ones when I was there. I was a little sad about that. But he was hitting them deep, on the money. All right, even the one they said it was out of bounds to Tyreek Hill. You can't throw that ball any better than that. The ball was perfect. It was over X, and before Holland got there, it was just a beautiful thrown ball. The one he had the Sherfield in the middle. Beautiful thrown football. All right. Tyreek Hill was getting busy, although it wasn't on X, but he was getting busy. Waddle, he got busy a little bit, but I need him to catch these passes now. Come on now. You're supposed to be an elite wide receiver in the making. All right, let's make some elite plays because guys like Izukama and guys like Sherfield, they're making their plays now. They're making them. Sanders was a little more quiet today. I'm not sure what happened with that, but it happens. Gesicki got a little busy today. He got real busy on Saturday, but he got a little busy today. All right, he got a little busy. I'll give him that. Defense did their thing as usual. They were stopping the run. They was getting sacks. Not as many, but that's good for the offense that they weren't getting as many sacks. Probably weren't blitzing as much either, though. They did get gashed for a few plays. Teddy hit him over the top deep with Tyreek Hill. And although they did get a beautiful pick on Thompson against Waddle where the cornerback tipped the ball back to himself. That was beautiful to see. More plays like that, please. That's what we need, all right? And then at the end of practice, after Tua had taken the team down on the scrimmage for a touchdown, they let him back in for a situational period where it was first down at the 40-yard line or something like that, and he had to go down the field in 1 minute and 15 seconds, get down to the 40-yard line. There's 52 seconds left. Call a timeout. Next thing you know, there's 11 seconds left out of nowhere at the 40-yard line. He's one deep into the end zone on a Hail Mary. The wide receiver, you can tell, lost the football because he turned this way, and then he was going inside when he turned this way, and Hollins picked it off on the outside of him. All right, so he lost the football. Who knows, probably would have been a pick anyway, or just a breakup if he was there to make a play on the ball. A Hail Mary is a 50-50 chance. It's usually 20-80 chance that you have of scoring. So it's usually not good odds anyway. But he threw it up. Glad to see that he can actually throw a Hail Mary because, man, I mean, the way we've been hearing about arm strength, me included talking about it, you ain't know if he could throw a Hail Mary from the 50-yard line. But at least, you know, from the 50-yard line, your man can get the ball to the end zone. All right, we don't have no problems there. And he put enough arc on it, too, because a Hail Mary pass is not the same as throwing a deep pass. When you're throwing a Hail Mary, you want all your wide receivers to get down there. Not everybody runs the same speed. So you got to put the ball up in the air, and then you have to allow it to drop into the end zone where everybody has a chance at catching it, either on a rebound or catching it straight up. All right, so it's a different type of pass. He put a lot of air on that pass to get it into the end zone and drop it down. It just wasn't played well by the receiver. He kind of lost it. It was raining as well, so who knows what happened there. All right, training camp for the fans has come to a close for now, for the next few weeks, until we have a joint practice or 2 joint practices with the Eagles when they come to South Florida next week. First of all, before I go any further, I got to hand out a round of applause to TD. Y'all need to do the same. TD has been going down there, save for Friday. He's been going down there every day, and I've been waiting on his videos hand and foot while I'm at work, all right, listening to the man give us the play-by-play, which I know ain't easy to do every day. And he lives here in Central Florida, okay? So that's a drive. That's gas. Give that man some love. Go to his channel. Tell him that DP sent you from Dolphins United, just to tell that man, thank you for your service, good sir. All right, for going down there and giving us the play-by-play, because we know we get 30% from the beat writers. TD's giving us a full 100. We got to appreciate that. And by the way, he's going to be there at training camp for Tampa. He actually invited me to go, but I won't be able to because I have to work. There's nothing, no way I can get out of that. So I won't be able to go there. Sucks for me. But he will be there, all right? And he is going to be giving play-by-play for those two practices on Wednesday and Thursday, I believe. Please go follow him because he's going to give us way more than the beat writers and the columnists can ever give us, okay? He's going to give us every play from Tua and the offense and the defense, and he's going to let us know the real, all right? If it was a 5-yard pass, but the pass was a little bit behind, he's going to give us that, all right? He's going to give us that. They're only giving us big plays when you're looking on Twitter. He's giving us every play. So please, go check him out at his channel, TD Fins Talk. You should already know him if you're watching me. If you don't, then I appreciate you because, I mean, I don't know how you found me and didn't go find any other of the other Dolphin YouTubers, but that's cool. Go check him out. Even if you know TD and he's not your style, please go do yourself a service and at least watch those two because it's going to be epic. We're going to be going against Tampa. We have a great offensive scheme so far, especially the passing game. They have a great defense. We have a good defense, verging on great, and they have an excellent offense. It's going to be a really good time to see Tom Brady versus our defense and to see Tua versus theirs. I can't wait to hear, all right, and see the clips that come out of it. Now, we're not going to have nowhere near as many clips, if you think about it, because we're not going to have a lot of our guys there, all right? We're not going to have a lot of our fans there. So these clips we've been getting, we're not going to get a lot of that, but it's cool. It's all right. All right, I love what I saw from Tua, responding, doing better these last 2 days. He answered the call to me, and once again, if he plays the way he's been playing the last 2 days, I'm cool with that. We going to the playoffs. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. Love y'all. Holla at y'all later.